Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of the $500 Ford with only 37,000 miles on it. I decided I would just try to do a little bit of body work to it and just make a little bit of profit. This truck is never going to be a show truck, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do enough body work to make it past Vermont inspection and then sell it off of that. And pretty much in Vermont, if you have a truck that is inspected and four-wheel drive, basically the least you'll get for it is $3,000. So I think we're gonna be able to pull $3,000 for this thing. Just gonna try to get it good enough to pass the old inspection. So we're gonna head down to the warehouse now, and I'll see you there. Well, I came down to the warehouse, and these guys have illegally blocked the entrance with their truck. So I guess we're gonna see if the keys are in it. You can't do that. Yes, they are. Here we go. Just gonna put the truck in there, so I'm gonna pull this up here and then back it all the way up. All right. Now we can fit the Ford into the door. There we go. Now's the hard part. I gotta back it all the way up there. Round two. Reverse. Here we go. Set her down. Cool. All right, and I will be back here tomorrow. Start working on it. Well, here we are. We're gonna just try to do a little bit of body work to make this thing pass Vermont inspection. The laws in Vermont are that you can't have any protruding metal, you cannot have any holes in the metal work, and you can't have anything sharp that might stick you as you walk by. So, for example, this stuff is sharp and might stick you as you walk by. We gotta get rid of that, but we cannot have any holes there. Same on the other side. That's gonna stick me. Bam, ow, I now have tetanus. So, we gotta get rid of that stuff. Can't have holes. You know the drill. This truck is so junky that my body work is also going to be pretty junky. This is not a truck that we're gonna do a full, beautiful restoration on where I spend thousands into the body work, because it's just not worth it to me. It may be worth it to somebody else. Maybe the person I sell it to is gonna be like, hey, let's throw a whole new bed on here. Let's weld some new rockers. But I mean, not worth it. It's so rusty that, look at this. See that? Oop, rust just fell off of it. Bed sides are just shot. It's it's not gonna get a beautiful treatment. It's gonna get some Bondo and some foam. Let's get started. Before I even start the body work, I'm gonna go check the structural integrity of the frame, because if there's any spot of rot or a hole on the frame, then I'm not doing the body work, because that is an immediate condemnation in Vermont and cannot pass inspection. You're not allowed to weld on the frames in Vermont. This cross member looks pretty strong. Up here's good. Let's keep going down. Oh, that's not good. I'm not gonna pull that away. Gas tank straps are still good, and the gas tank isn't leaking yet. It's getting pretty soft. Let's look at the floorboard. Floorboard's all right. Doesn't look like we got too many leaks under here. All right, let's keep moving back. Frame solid. Yep. The rail's all good back here. Let's check the play in the old drive shaft. That's good, and it's not leaking. U-joint's good too. Back up in there. That's all good. Muffler has no holes in it. That'll pass inspection. This side. Frame rail's all solid. Shock mount looks pretty good. Bed doesn't even have any holes in it. Let's check the transfer case output seal. Good. U-joint's good. No play there. And now I guess we'll check the front of this passenger frame rail. All right, up here, if we move this rocker panel out of the way, we can check the frame. You can see it's starting to scale, but looks like they actually undercoated this thing. Try to get a couple more years out of it. Cab mounts are good. Cab mounts are all good. So you know what? The frame looks good enough that we are gonna do a little bit of body work and see what the inspection station has to say. I don't blame them if they fail it, but we're just gonna try to make it comply with the laws. All right, first thing we're gonna do, get all this scaly stuff off. Here's the globs of Bondo somebody else put in. If you guys have not dealt with New England rust, now you see what it's like. Let's do this side. This stuff's gonna need to come off. Can't have that. Come on off with there, buddy. There's this guy. All right, metal, your time has come. Bye-bye. Honestly, taking a look at this side rocker panel, there's no holes in it. So this might be good enough to just smooth up this edge here, make it less jaggedy, give it a paint, remove this part, and she'll be good. A little bit of rust fell out there. Just a touch. Jesus. So I cut this away to where I thought it would be not very jagged. Unfortunately, that caused a new hole to form. So we're gonna have to stick some foam and Bondo on that little thing. Oh well. So on the driver's side, I'm just gonna leave this and Bondo it up like that. And see if that works. And then I also need to do that stuff. Just put something in there. All right, got everybody's favorite great stuff, the foam spray. If you're trying to make your truck stop rusting, don't use this. If you're trying to make your truck pass inspection for one more year, go ahead. So we added the magical spray foam to all the holes. I'll show you the other side. This stuff takes a long ass time to dry, like 2 or 3 hours. So we're gonna be waiting for a while. There it is up there, filling my holes. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna redo this black stripe here because rust is starting to come through again. And they didn't do a great job of drawing a straight line. And maybe we'll have to add some up here to get this stuff too. Maybe I'll make a new kind of line there. So that's the plan. So we'll let this side dry, I'll do the other side. All right, now it's time to just wait for this and the foam to dry. I like it. All right, so now we got a little bit of rust right there. Just bought this totally random, not even paint matching really, silver paint. That's paint and primer. Rust-Oleum, so rust treatment. While we let that stuff dry, I'm going to show you how the foam turned out. So it's actually pretty good. This was where the holes were, and it's pretty flush. So what I'm going to do is just spray some undercoating on that, and then that will turn into rubber, which will make it pretty solid. Because this is so smooth that it doesn't even really need Bondo. It's like it came out perfectly flush. And that's all I'm going to do for this rocker panel, because this one's in better shape. The other one we're going to have to add some Bondo. Alright, so I'm going to spray the rocker with some of this stuff. I started using this undercoating stuff because Vice Grip Garage uses it a lot on his trucks. And I trust the man. So let's add it. Alright, and she is coated. Alright, we're going to attempt to Bondo this. Let's see if it works or not. There's layer one. Still, what didn't have enough to get back there, but we're gonna keep it going. All right, I'm gonna let both of those dry. All right, so finished my lunch. I added another layer of Bondo, so this is what it's looking like now. Okay, we're gonna let that dry, sand it down, paint it. That's gonna be the end of it. The only other piece of part of this truck that won't pass inspection is this rotted back here. So probably just gonna make a little structural thing, add Bondo over it, and then so it's a little bit solid, it's at least fiberglass. Probably make the structure with some metal tape and then add Bondo over the metal tape. Probably do that off camera just because I'm trying to hurry this up so I can get home. Alright, well I did what I'm gonna do back here. Basically I just put metal tape over it and then added Bondo for the structure. So it's not just like that weak metal stuff, and then I added the rubberized undercoating under it, and it's not jagged anymore. So yeah, that's gonna be it. We'll sand down them rockers now. It's sanded down a bit. As you can see, let's give it a paint. All right, you just threw a little layer of paint on, and just like that, I'm done. Ain't doing no more body work to this thing. I'm gonna let everything dry, then drive it outside and give you guys the final walk around. Then take it to the inspection station, see what they have to say. So here it is. I parked it out here so I could give you the walk around. Driver's side. The rocker panel's still drying. It's not all the way dry yet, but there it is. She's ugly. However, compliant with the laws. Inside, covered up these holes too. There's the bed. Let's come around to the old passenger side. There it is. Rockers, once again compliant. They don't have those things sticking down like they were. Inside there. Come around to the back. It's all good. Ugly as hell. All right, let's go bring it to the inspection station, see what they have to say. Pulled the truck into the shop, see if it passes. Giving her a look over now. Well, the verdict is in, and she passed. Well, bam, bam. So this truck is now legally on the Vermont roads for another year, and my work here is done. So I'm going to be throwing this up on the old Craigslist. Probably going to ask $3,000 for it, just because it's a running, driving, inspected truck with four-wheel drive that has 37,000 miles only on it. So yeah, I think $3,000 is a good price. I'll just put in the ad. Probably needs new rocker panels and new bed sides within the next couple years. So, or maybe even within the next year if you really want it. But yeah, it's got good tires on it. It's got a good drivetrain in her. I think it's going to serve somebody else pretty well. Anyway, thanks for watching this week, guys, and I'll see you next time.